Hey guys, it's Derek with Big Man on a Mission. I wanted to start shooting a few videos, kind of like a day in a life kind of thing. And the reason I'm doing it is I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I'm doing that I'm having some success with, my diet and way in which I'm trying to eat more healthy, and show you a few things that maybe aren't successful. And I thought maybe the first place I'd start off with is doing some simple like meal prepping. I've been finding the last couple of weeks that prepping meals on Sundays does kind of help. My problem that I always run into to try to stay away from a fast food place is I would go and I would try to get home and cook, especially because I work a lot during the day. And I've been doing really good with bringing lunches, like I'll make a sandwich or something. But it's getting home and not eating at home that's a problem, or not having something ready to eat when I get home. So last week I started with some meal prep that I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos on, and I just realized, wow, this is really simple and it works really, really good. So I'm going to show you something that I started doing, and I thought maybe every Sunday, maybe I'll just share it with you, see what you guys think. And if you find it successful, appreciate you giving me a thumbs up on it. And if you find it real successful, maybe subscribe out to the channel, and I'll post something every Sunday so you guys can see it. But this is a real simple meal prep video that I'm starting off with first. And let me show you where I'm going. Now first, my kitchen is really crazy, but this is really like an old apartment. But here's what I've got. I went ahead and I purchased these from Sam's quite some time back. This is a salmon and feta cheese burger with kale in it. And it's really kind of an easy thing. I like the flavor of them. They're really good. This one happens to have, for a 4-gram patty, it's 140 calories, and baking it, you can grill it and you can pan fry this one. What we're going to do is we're going to end up baking this, and I'm going to bake this with a sweet potato on the side, and I'm also going to bake some boil and steam up some broccoli with that one. And then I get lucky because every Sunday my family cooks a meal, and there's enough food to feed, like, you know, an army and then some. So I come home with leftovers. So I've got leftovers from today. Now the Starbucks isn't leftover, I just got that. But this is some roast beef, and in this roast beef I've got some rice in here, and my stepfather always does it with some garlic and some mushrooms and various things, and it's very, very good. It's about 340 calories for that entire container there. So I'm going to be splitting that and put that in a meal. And then he also has some sweet peas, which you see right there, some sweet peas. That's a little portion of that too. It's another 60 calories or so based on what MyFitnessPal says. Now he also did some stuff like cornbread, which I like cornbread a lot. So if I count 140 calories for the cornbread, I might put that in the meal too. He also did this banana pudding thing. You can see the banana pudding thing. Yeah, we're not letting that go to waste either. I'm gonna just keep that on the side as a separate thing. I got a budget for it in my calories, but 160 calories, not too bad. So that's actually one meal that I'll put together in a little bit too. But I'm gonna stop the video right now. I'm gonna start putting these salmon burgers in the oven and the potatoes, and I'm gonna bring you guys, let you guys see what we're doing. Okay, back in a second. All right, guys, let me show you where we are right now. I've got over here, I've got a sweet potato. The sweet potato is just wrapped up in some aluminum foil. I poked a bunch of holes in it prior to wrapping the aluminum foil, and that's gonna go in the oven a little bit. I'll let that cook for about an hour to get that nice and soft. And I can actually cut that a couple different ways and put that in a couple of different meals. And over here are those salmon, kale, and feta patties that I was telling you about. They're really, really good. Now what I did with mine is I just went ahead and put them on a baking sheet, but I also put a little drizzle of olive oil on top of it. And I'm gonna wrap up this aluminum foil and let it kind of steam and close. The directions say that from frozen, it should take about 12 to 14 minutes to cook that, so that shouldn't take very, very long. Over here in the back, I got some water boiling, and what I'm going to do with the water here is I'm putting in this broccoli that, as you can see, is completely frozen and solid. But frozen broccoli is not going to take very, very long for that to cook. Let that steam up for about 15 minutes or so it gets nice and soft, and I'm going to sprinkle some Mrs. Dash seasoning on that, and that's going to go with the salmon and also with the sweet potato as a couple of meals. So I've got, looking at about 2 of them prepped up. Plus, you know, I told you all about the meal that I brought home from my parents' house, so I've got that kind of wrapped up and ready to go too, and I'll show you all that in a minute. What I try to do is I try to prep at least 5-7 meals, and the reason I'm doing that is because there's going to be, like, the majority of my problem is dinners, so that's what I'm preparing for, and I make sandwiches for lunch. But you know, every so often it may not be a bad thing to shake one up and have one of these for lunch, so I have those available for me. I make breakfast in the morning. I usually cook myself an egg and some toast and things, so breakfast is not usually an issue, but I will shoot a video on some prep breakfasts that I'll make too. So anyway, that's kind of where we are right now. I'll come back in just a minute and show you some more stuff in just a second. All right, you guys, I'm back, and look, the broccoli is already done, which is fantastic. All I did is steamed it in a little water, got that rolling. What I'm gonna use right now is, I've got some Mrs. Dash. This is some herb and garlic stuff. It's amazing. I'm just gonna sprinkle that up on there real quick. And that's really all I'm gonna do to season it. Oh wait, one more thing. I might put a little bit of parsley. A little parsley flake on there. Parsley flake, that tastes good too. So, let's give that a stir up real quick. Oh yeah, yum. Yum, 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 yum. I did this last week. In fact, you're gonna see one of the meals in a little bit that I did last week. And I still have one of them left over that I'm gonna eat tonight for dinner, but I want to show it to you because I defrosted it. All this stuff sits really good in the freezer. That's the important part of doing it. So sit tight, and I'll show you a little bit later how the salmon turns out. And the baked potato is going to take about another 45 minutes. Back in a minute. Okay, now here is the salmon, and this just came out of the oven. It is hot. You can see it's smoking hot. Oh yeah, that looks wonderful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to portion that out a little bit. In fact, you can look to show you over here real quick. I have the broccoli already set up in 2 portion containers, and so in a few minutes we'll put the salmon in there, and then we'll get the baked potato, and then we'll wrap it all up, and I'm going to show you what the rest of these all will be back. So back in a second. Okay, you guys, I just want to show you the final product here. So here are the 2 meals that we made today. I got the salmon patty, some sweet potatoes, and some broccoli in each one of those. Altogether, what I calculated out on that, just so you know, is 140 calories for the salmon, 30 calories for the broccoli, and 103 calories for the sweet potato. So that actually works out pretty good. It's only 6 grams of fat for that whole thing. So that's really not bad at all. I'm going to share this one with you. This is, of course, the leftovers, and that's the leftovers from lunch today. So that's going to push in about 550 calories, another 70 calories for the peas. So that one, you know, may have a lighter lunch that day and enjoy that one too. Now here's one I made last week that I'm eating tonight. And this is the same broccoli, steamed up a little bit. Now here I put some chicken and some turkey smoked sausage together. And here I got some quinoa and garlic, which this was just a little steamy bag thing that was available that I can just stick in the microwave. And all together, that one works out pretty good too. So on this one, got 180 calories on the quinoa. I've got another 70 calories on the chicken, 100 calories for the turkey sausage, 100 calories for the broccoli, 30 calories on that. So that's not too bad. I'm looking forward to trying that one tonight. Now here's a frozen one, and I know that looks kind of weird frozen, but it actually defrosts pretty good. Some asparagus that I made, cooked up, and that was really easy to make too. Just asparagus and a little bit of sorry, that's the timer. Asparagus with just a little bit of like light olive oil. And I had baked up a potato, which right now is rock solid frozen. I have to defrost that separately when I cook this. And then a chicken breast here. And this one kind of clocks in at 100 calories on the asparagus, 124 calories on the chicken, and then a 281 calorie potato by itself. And that one's frozen right now. I took it out just so you can see that it does freeze kind of okay. The potato you have to kind of defrost separately. That makes it a little longer on that one. But altogether, that's 5 meals that I already have ready for the week. They're all good to go. You know, all I gotta do is take them out, put them in the microwave, and you know, for the best part, I thought I turned you guys off. But for the most part, it's all, you know, just good stuff. It's better than the fast food, which is what I really wanted initially. So I'm looking forward to trying those. I'd like to get some feedback from you as to what kind of meals you guys like. Try a couple of these things. These didn't take very long. I mean, altogether, maybe about an hour and a half max. Cost-wise, very cheap. I mean, that was the other thing with this, is this was all budget prepared. And the other thing too is, you know, you don't have to necessarily worry about budgeting and sacrificing certain things for the quality that you get out of it. I mean, of course, it'd be great if it was all fresh, and I will cook some fresh things. But these were quick meals that I just want to get ready for the week. And next week, hopefully, I'll come up with some good stuff that we got, so we can try some more fresh variety. But I hope this video is helpful for you guys. I'm going to try to keep doing these every week, as well as maybe possibly start to put out a daily vlog so we can work together on our progress, see how you guys are doing, you can see how I'm doing. And if you like it, give me a thumbs. I appreciate a thumbs up. And please subscribe so we'll get more of this going. I hope you guys have a great day, have a good week, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.